Here with women's basketball head coach Heather Vullin, as well as freshman Dee Davis, following the Jaspers win over Fairfield. Coach, if you could start off with an opening statement.
First off, I'm incredibly proud of the team. I definitely feel we've got some momentum, and I think it's because we're playing the game the right way, on offense and on defense. That was a very good Fairfield team. I feel they've had a lot of momentum. They just had 2 big wins in a row. They definitely played a tough matchup. I mean, anytime the score is below 50, both teams are really locked in on defense. And that's what's kind of fun with these MAC conference games. Like, you're very familiar with what people like to do and what to run, so you really got to earn everything. You're not going to get all those quick hits you might get against like non-conference opponents. But outstanding effort. They mounted a comeback there in the fourth quarter, and we found a way to add to our lead and make free throws at the end to take care of business. So very proud of the team.
This game was a definition of a grind. Why did your team pull away at the end and come away with a 6-point victory?
I feel like they were just really locked in. They, instead of having bad body language or thinking, this is what's exciting about this win is that this is actually the first close win that we've had all year. All the other wins have been by double-digit points. So for me, it was great to see. And one of the first things I told them after the game was, all year people keep saying, you guys have talent, which we do. Okay, but I want people to start saying, wow, you guys are tough. And I thought this game was a definition of grind. We really toughed this game out. And the big thing was, in order to get to the free throw line, we had to play tough defense to force a tough shot, and then we had to finish it with a rebound for them to follow us. So outstanding effort by the team, and I thought, Dee played a great game, but I also was really impressed with Lynette Tate. I mean, she had a really career game against Marist, and she followed up with 10 points and 6 assists to 1 turnover today, and really did a tremendous job for us today. So excited for the team, and really excited that we made free throws when we really needed them.
Dee, 13 points tonight, 9 in the first half. It seemed like you got off to a really good start offensively, along with your fellow guards. What allowed you to see the game well tonight and get off to that great start?
My teammates, of course, and the fact that we go over exact game situations like this in practice every day, it makes it, when it's game time, it makes it really easy. So.
Coach, your guards were exceptional tonight. Like I said, right from the start, they were great. It seemed like that set the tone, and whenever they're on, they're really dangerous. And what do you think made them that successful on the offensive end?
I thought tonight we used our press a bunch tonight, and I thought that was a big factor. I think they love to press, they love to run up the floor, they love to get some great shots in transition. So I think that was a difference in terms of getting a number of them going. But I also thought another person I didn't talk about yet was Courtney Worley, was just 1 point away from getting a double-double tonight. And she's just, for her to get us rebounds, allows us to run. So I'm really impressed with her. She, how many games down in a row has she had double-digit rebounds? She's been outstanding.
Coach, you talked about Lynette, and you've talked about how her defense really is outstanding on the ball. And you had Worley down inside, but you also had Lynette kind of pressuring their point guard the entire game and staying on the floor. How does it affect your team when you have players inside and outside leading that defensive effort?
Yeah, well, I always tell, whoever's our stopper, whoever's guarding the point guard, like, you're setting the tone because everybody is watching you. You're in front, you're guarding the point guard, and I feel when she sets the tone, it gets everybody else excited to try to make a play. And obviously, Courtney is just one of those kids where the stat sheet doesn't do her justice in terms of how active she is on defense. Because she hides a lot of mistakes for us, right? How many times she helped you out?
A lot.
A lot. So it's just we're really blessed. But, one of the big things is we've got 10 kids that can play. And that's huge because next week we start a stretch where we play 5 games in 10 days. So, all 10 of them have to be able to step up and produce for us.
You talked all season about how you have a young team and the most important thing is getting better every game.
Yeah.
For a while there, it didn't show up in the win column. Mm-hmm. Now you've got back-to-back conference wins, and it's starting to show up in the win column. How happy are you that you're turning these efforts into wins?
Well, credit to the team. Like, they come to practice ready to compete every day. And it's tough when you're not winning. Like, we had a stretch we were 9 losses out of 10 games. That's brutal. I mean, I know I'm not a good loser, okay? But they came in and we really put the focus on getting better because, there was a reason why we weren't winning at times, all right? We weren't making free throws, we weren't rebounding, we weren't finishing plays. So now I feel like the box score is indicative that we're consistently now out rebounding the other team, where we're consistently getting to the free throw line, making free throws now. We still need to do a better job of not turning the ball over, but with this young team, they're getting better, and it's exciting to see that it's showing up on in the win column.
Coach, you guys were 4 for 15 from three, actually better than Fairfield at 2 and 11. Do you think sometimes you guys are settling too much from three, and you could maybe work it down low?
What do you think?
When you're not.
What do you think? What did I talk about at halftime?
She literally just said that. Like literally, like you need to stop settling. Play inside, and we'll get better shots. So instead of settling and chucking up a shot, we'll get better shots if we just get the ball inside, then reverse it out. So
yeah, I felt like we made a great adjustment in terms of buying into that, which I appreciate. We were 1 for 10, I think, in the first half. So the second half, we only shot 5, and Cini made a huge 3 for us in the second half. That was one of the biggest shots of the game.
Last question?
That's it.
Anybody?
All right.
Thank you, ladies.
Appreciate it.
so much.